Hey, how's it going, everybody? So just want to give an update on the 300 sub giveaway. Like I said, I promise I'm not forgetting about it. So again, Peter is busy. So I'm still just waiting on getting that sample, and as soon as I get the tester, not sample, the tester, I will make a video on it, and that will be when I go back and I'll give everybody a number, and then we'll, get started with that. So, yeah, just thank you for your patience, and I'll get going on today's shave. So I've had a little bit more time with the milk steak base, so if you didn't watch the last video, this is going to be more of my official thoughts on it now that I've had more time. This is Declaration Grooming's milk steak base, Yuzu rose patchouli for the scent. And yeah, some of the new ingredients are, I believe, yogurt, buttermilk, egg whites. Haven't really seen egg whites in a soap before. Not too sure what that does. It might add to the lathering. I don't know. In food, it's normally used for volume. But I haven't loaded it up yet, mostly because I just want to show everybody how I do this. So I have my brush right here, and I got my B7 back, so I'll probably post this to Instagram because I haven't posted on Instagram in forever. But what I like to do, I don't know why, after I soak my brush, I just rinse it out. And then, so this is sopping wet, so I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3 shakes, so it's still very wet. And then I'm just gonna get to loading it. I feel like with an overly dry brush, you don't pick up enough soap. So I just keep going until I get some, it's a little frothy, but if you just work the lather well enough, it comes together. You don't have to do this. This is just the way I do it. Yeah, so you can see it's kind of leaking over the sides. That's okay. And then I'm not using any pressure, just letting the tips swirl. And then that's what I'm going to go with. So it looks really watery, which is a good thing for me. So just going to wet the face, get this excess on. And then when you lather, I like to use that kind of Chris Madden paint method, but there's already enough water in it, so I don't really need to add water. I just notice when I splay the brush, the lather tends to kind of get everywhere. And this is kind of the lather technique I use with most soaps. I just like a much more hydrated lather, so I feel like kind of starting it off hydrated is good for me. So I do have 3 days of growth. I've been in Texas for the past week essentially. And I didn't do a Halloween spooky shave or anything, mostly because I don't really have any Halloween soaps for one, but also I have this really nasty ingrown hair that I just pulled out the day before. It was super gnarly. So it's finally kind of healed up so I can shave again. But as you can see, I didn't really need to add water, and it's really starting to come together. You can kind of tell it's thickening up a lot more. Jeez, lather getting everywhere, but whatever. But yeah, my thoughts on milk steak. It's definitely probably the best out of the Declaration bases. Pretty much take all the good parts of Icarus and Bison, kind of like what Excelsior did, taking all the best parts of Glissant and Reserve and White Label, I believe. But yeah, you take all the best parts of the bases, put them together, that's what you get. So you take like the performance of Icarus with the ease of lathering and ease of loading with Bison. And I mean, I think this is even easier to lather than Bison. And you get this base. So great job on Scott's part. It's really hard to say this is my, this is the best base ever, just because stuff is so good. But you can see this lather is really nice. So that's kind of like my final thoughts on the base. So yes, I do think this is the best Declaration base of the three, which is a good thing because this is the new kind of flagship base. So if it wasn't better, tough luck. Luckily it is. But yeah, it's definitely a great performer. You're not gonna be thinking kind of like how I was with Icarus, where I kind of wish that stuff was in Bison Tallow instead. I'm not wishing that stuff was in a different base. With this base, it performs great. Does everything I want it to. So yeah, if you want to stay for the shave, that's cool. If not, thank you for watching. This isn't really like a review. It's, I mean, I guess it kind of is. I'm not gonna go list all like the metrics and stuff. I mean, if you've used Declaration before, you kind of know what to expect. Top level performance. I mean, even if you haven't, you can go watch pretty much any review on Declaration. People love this stuff for good reason too. Scott's base is absolutely killer. So, I mean, I definitely put this, top 5, maybe top 3 with Excelsior and Peter stuff. And I mean, there's also like Talbot, which is a very easy, could easily make it into top 3, and there's all kinds of other great bases that unfortunately it's hard to say which ones are better because they're all super good. But anyway, enough rambling. I'll get to shaving. This razor has been doing good. Brought it with me for travel, which is most people would think not recommended, but kind of the way I see it, as long as Max has a Awabi. If the airlines loses it, I can make it again with the money they reimburse me with. So, not the worst thing in the world. The brush that I brought was a Savile, mostly because it's kind of like I guess it's a commercial brush, It's not like it was a custom, and if I buy another Savile, the chances it's going to be pretty much the same is really high because of the quality control. It's not like with the custom brushes where the knots are slightly different. So and then resins never really come out the same either. So if you got a custom you really like, it's hard to justify traveling with it, at least to me, because the chances of that resin getting replicated are very slim. So yeah, so that was my travel setup, the Awabi and the Savile Row brush, and then I brought pure lavender from Declaration and the bison tallow, and some Excelsior, Barsom and Seville. Kinda missed my chin a little bit. It's alright. Just get it on this pass. But I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good, safe Halloween. Yeah, this leather is phenomenal. Looks very good. It's one thing I can always count on with a good quality soap. It's nice to be back home too. I'll say shaving on the road, not as nice. Your setup's not as you know, it's not the same, and water quality is all different. Yeah, great shave. Yeah, I don't know if it's water or just what, but I don't know if I've ever felt like I got a better shave away from home than at home. We got some good water out here though, so that's probably why. But yeah, I don't know. Everything just goes a little nicer. Maybe it's mental, but yeah. So as you can see, very hydrated lather. My brush tends to get very lathery. But it's kind of why I have a little bit of an aversion to chubby handle. I don't know, they just don't work well with my hands. And I don't like how lather typically gets like all up over them, but I guess with the way I lather, it's kind of a inevitable thing. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. It's getting a little pasty on me, so. Yeah, one thing I always say, when you do a your kind of rinse in between passes, I always like to not really do a rinse, it's more of just kind of a wipe. So I just use water and kind of wipe away the lather. I don't like excessively rinsing because I feel like that takes away any residual slickness, residual layer that's on your face. So I always like just like a little rinse with the hands, just maybe wet the hands one time and go over your face. So 10 laps. And we'll finish up. You know, because I included the lathering, I was a little concerned about the time, but I think I'm making pretty good time today. I think because I'm not so super talkative. I don't know, I could talk about working out more, but I don't think everybody wants to hear that all the time, so. Whew. That's so good. Fantastic. And Fool's Pass. Oh, excellent. That was a great shave. Just gonna wipe off. I'm not gonna put on aftershave yet. I'm due for a back of the neck shave, so probably gonna ask Annette to do that right here, right after. But yeah, this post shave feel insane. So good. Feels super slick. Probably slick enough to shave without it. I don't know if you can see that thing right there, but that was That was gnarly. It was probably about like, I want to say like a 2, maybe, looked like it was almost an inch long. It was super long. I could see the thing too. Like it hadn't really quite developed, but I could tell, like I could see the hair underneath the skin. Super gross. Sorry, maybe a little bit too much information, but oh well, too bad you heard it. Can't get that image out of your head now. So you're welcome. Have a great Friday, everybody. And on that note, I guess I'm done. So have a great Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed the shave. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya.